Hi guys, it is a new week and I had someone request a picture of how I set up my drawing area for filming. So here's a photograph of my area. Zoom in just a little bit. That's what I do. I've got my paper taped down to the table. I've got my little box that's got all my pens and supplies and things. My water bottle, which is very essential. I've got my camera. It's a, let's see, what kind of Canon? It's a Canon SX60HS. That's the kind of camera I use. I've got it up on a tripod and pointing down at my desk, and I've got, I actually have a lamp over here on one side and then the OT light right there to give it really good light. And it's sitting on my dining room table. That's it. Anyway, somebody wanted to see that, so I thought I'd show it to you. Now let me go into my browser and go to Tangle Pattern Collection, or patterncollections.com. What am I talking about? Not Tangle at Pattern Club, that's the Facebook page. So I'm going to go to pattern-collections.com just on my browser. Let's scroll down. Let's go down and see if there's a new weekly string. I'm not sure if I feel like I want to use it or not, but you know, let's just check it out. String 38. Now that's the same string as we had last time. So I know I skipped a few strings. I'm not going to worry about it that I skipped a few strings. Okay, so I want to go to Pattern Focus. You know what? Maybe I will look at one of the strings that I skipped. I'm being me. Sorry. I'm going to just look at them this way, because I know I did that string and that string. I didn't do that one. I did this one. I didn't do that one. Didn't do that one. That one's interesting. I didn't do that one. I missed that one. So maybe we'll do that string. And for those of you who don't know, a string is just a guideline to help you compose your tile. And so I'm going to use my pen and give myself, okay, it's going to go like that. And the string looks like, goes this way and this way and this way, yeah, like that. Kind of like that. So all that's going to do is divide my tile into two areas where I can do something different on each side, or I can use this as a guide for a ribbon type tangle or something. You never know what tangle is going to, what pattern is going to show up for the week. So I like to draw it out. I'm going to get the number of that. That was string number 37. There we go. String 37, and it can go this way or that way, either way, doesn't matter. And now go back to home page, go down to Pattern Focus, scroll down till you get to today, which is June 19th, and looks like we're going to do one called Railwayz by Simona Codera. And it's a pattern that is also published in the Tangle planner. So if you haven't looked at Tangle products, look at that. That's a planner as to how, like a daily planner where you could put tangles every single day to give yourself a place to practice. Really cool book. So it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to draw a couple of sets of parallel lines, and between those parallel lines we're going to do some sets of little parallel lines going the other way. And then step 2, on both sides, kind of following where that line would come out, at the top and the bottom, we're going to make these kind of curvy lines. So it's kind of as if this was going through there, like that. And then on these ones, we're going to put a little rounded cap on the top and the bottom. And then in here, we're going to do a dark, kind of a C shape here, which gives you this, looks like an opening. So it looks like there's like a bar or something going through there. So I'm assuming Railwayz is because it reminds you of a railroad track. And here is the sample with it used in various ribbon forms. So let's give that a go. I'm going to get another fresh piece of paper and give myself a border and draw the string. I want the string to go something like that. And it makes sense for this particular pattern to go ahead and just use that kind of wavy string. Just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. And I'm gonna draw the border. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today I feel like it needs a border, so I'm just gonna draw it in. You'll notice that my borders are not anywhere near straight. They don't have to be. And you'll also notice that I didn't exactly follow my pencil line. That's okay too. You don't have to. So I'm going to make a couple of parallel lines like that. And then I'm going to come over here and do that same sort of thing like that. And then somewhere in here, they're going to be little lines, too, just like that. Go that way like that with them. And then we're going to pretend like they come out on the side and kind of make a flare. Come out and flare. Come out, flare. Comes out here. That one comes out there. And here. And there. And there. I'm going to turn it around because it's going to be easier for me to be on this side of my page. So it comes this way. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I had fun. We went to Big Bear. My husband had a blast for his birthday and had just spent a lot of time up on the hill. I was glad that we were up in the mountains because it was cooler there than it was down here, but my goodness, it was a hot weekend. Gonna do your little curvy bits. Yeah, really, really hot weekend. So even up in the mountains, it was hot. We'd had an offer for those of us who didn't go bike riding to go out on the lake. My brother and sister-in-law were up at their house up there and go out on their boat, but it was too hot. I just stayed in the cabin and took a nap, which was just fine with me. On my last day at work, just as I was walking out of building, I don't know, I did something to my knee. I've been having troubles with my knee I did something to it and I felt it go pop. And so I was babying it all weekend. And icing it and so forth, but I have this feeling I'm gonna have to go to the doctor and see if there's anything that can be done or if it's just something I have to live with until it heals. That's a bummer. But I have this week off for vacation and I can put my knee up and I don't have to do a whole lot with it, and so I'm just going to baby it for a few days and see if it gets better. It feels better today than it did on Saturday. So I'm hoping that it's just something that will heal itself. So that's just sort of the pattern right there. Wasn't too difficult. That was a good one. This is Railwayz. I'm going to do it. How do I want it to live? I don't know. I'm going to put some sort of background tangle. But since I don't know what I want to do as my background tangle yet, you know, I think I want to put a gray. I'm gonna use my gray pen. I have a gray. I have this set of Faber-Castell brush pens. They're not really super good for tangling. They're more for shading, but I'm gonna use this cool, this warm gray pen. I want to do some sort of tangle in the background, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Meanwhile, I'm going to use my eraser. Remember that I use, somebody asked me again, what kind of eraser do you use? You know, all that information is in the description box on my videos. All of my products I use are right there. This is just a kneaded eraser. I love the kneaded eraser for erasing light pencil marks. It doesn't work really good if you've been heavy-handed and you've really gone in there with pencil, but it's great for just a light pencil marks. And it's called a kneaded eraser. It's like a piece of bubble gum, and you just erase. It doesn't leave any marks or, you know, all that eraser dust stuff that you get from regular erasers. It doesn't leave any of that. I think I'm going to do just some simple, I'm going to kind of mimic this line. See, it's kind of fat, so it doesn't really good for tangling, and maybe I can see if I can find myself a thin gray pen. I don't know if Micron makes a gray. I'll have to look into that, because I'd like to have a thinner pen than this for this. I'm just going to do like this. Just do lines because they're fun. So after we got home yesterday, got all unpacked and everything, went out to Father's Day dinner with some of our friends, and it was nice. Our son surprised us by picking up the check. Wasn't that sweet of him? I said, no, that's Father's Day gift. I didn't expect that. That was nice. It's funny, we were with another couple, well, we were with a bigger group, but the other couple also had their son with them. And they're all, see? Why can't you do what David's doing? How funny. Just making some lines. But I wanted them grayed out like that so that you really don't, they're not the focal point of this thing. And now I've got myself curious, and I'm going to have to find myself a gray fine tip marker of some sort. It may have to be a, you know, like a artist. A lot of the pens that we use are like this one. I'm sure it's a technical drawing pen. It's probably created for the cartooning industry, and I hazard a guess that if I go into their Copics or one of the others, they'll have a gray that I can purchase. Just curious myself. Okay, and I want to do a little shading. I'm going to do it right there. Do I want the whole thing sticking out from the background? It already kind of is. I'm going to do this first and then decide. Oh, sneezing happening. Sorry. Whew. I think I'm going to go here too. Make those more of a three-dimensional item. And then I'll see what I want to do after that. Okay, and then I get my blending stump and I just soften that graphite. So the cabin we stayed at was friends of the family, and in order to earn our keep, rather than renting it, because they won't take money from us. One of the toilets was not functioning, so we repaired that. Well, my husband repaired that. And I noticed on the back deck on the stairs that, like, there's the regular front door, but then it was a 3-story home, and in the back there were like emergency exit stairs, so in case there was a fire or whatever and you needed to leave the bedrooms without going back up through the living room, you could do so. Well, those steps needed some repair. The nails were all sticking out, so I just grabbed the hammer and went out back and sat down on the patio, and I just pounded in nails. That was kind of fun. I think I want to do this just up here, just in the curve like that. And I do think I'm going to go all the way around them. Wasn't sure if I would go all the way around, but I think I will. So despite the fact that my knee hurt, I really did have a really great time visiting with my friends. We played games, played some board games my son brought. He's got some interesting games, you know. Board games when I was little were, you know, Monopoly, Clue, that kind of thing. Board games now are more intricate. They have a lot of rules. Not so simple and straightforward, that's for darn sure. We thought Clue was difficult to do. Some of these games are, you have to remember what your character is and what kind of traits that character has, and it's more like role-playing type games, and then you have to make group decisions as to where to place your pieces, and oh, yeah. They're fun, but it's not something I would probably pick up and try to figure out how to play on my own. Too many things to read out of the rule book. But playing with the kids who have already played these games before, that was fun. And, you know, it was fun to watch them roll their eyes at us. And, why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Like, well, you guys just keep track of the score. You just tell me what to do, and I will play my pieces. So that was helpful. It was like, well, now what do I do with this? So they kind of explained the card to me that I drew and why certain moves would be more advantageous than others, but they were really good about not telling me what to do and letting me decide on my own, which was good. One of them I figured out much faster than the other. The Haunted House on the Hill, whatever it was, game. That one was weird. But the one called Carcassonne, I think that's what it was called. And it was drawing tiles out of a thing and building this kind of like big map thing. Different areas to put your little people on. That one was fun. I like that one. Okay. That came out good. What do you guys think? I think I like it. This is R-A-I-L-W-A-Y-Z. Railwayz on string number 37. There we go. I like it. I hope you guys like it. Okay, I will see you on the next video. You guys have a great day. Go make sure you go out and do something nice for somebody today, because, you know, that's important. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.